Another dominant performance for the Wisconsin Badgers, recording their third shutout in this, the fifth game of the season. 48-0, the Badgers blank Kent State. Jonathan Taylor playing about half the game, give or take. 186 rushing yards, 4 rushing touchdowns. Also had 3 catches for 29 yards and another touchdown. Not a half bad day for Jonathan Taylor. And for the Badgers all the way around, recording 9 sacks and keeping Kent State off the scoreboard. We'll hear from some of the Badger players, and we'll also go up close with another Wisconsin native. It's all a part of our Born to be a Badger series, and we'll have our weekly sit-down with head coach Paul Chryst. All coming up on today's edition of the Badger Sports Report.
2 receivers left with Jake Ferguson in the slot. 2 receivers right. A.J. Taylor in the slot. Back to throw Cone. 3-man rush. Cone steps up. He'll tuck it and run. 35 inside the 30 and dives to the turf at the 28-yard line of Kent State. On a gain of 7 yards for Jack Cone. From the 6-yard line of Kent State. First and goal, Wisconsin. Hand off Taylor. Cutting to his right to the 5 to the end zone. Touchdown, Jonathan Taylor. From 6 yards away, and the Badgers this season are now 5 for 5, getting into the end zone on their first possession. 2 receivers right, 1 left on first down. Dustin Crum to throw, looking under pressure, flush to his right, and is brought down behind the line of scrimmage by, say it with me, Zack Baun. Garrett Groshek in the backfield. Kendrick Pryor wide left. Cone to throw, looking, and he'll drop it off to Groshek at the midfield stripe. Stiff arms a man down to the 45-yard line of Kent State. Cone will give it to Jonathan Taylor over the right side to the 15, to the 10, goodbye, to the 5. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Jonathan Taylor is in for the second time today, and it's 13-0. The Badgers. 2 receivers to the left, 2 on the right. Snap back to Crum. Badgers bringing 4, and 3 of them are going to get to the quarterback. Down goes Crum inside the 25-yard line. Zack Baun, one of the 3.
It helps when the offense doesn't know where the pressure's coming from every time. You got Chris Orr coming up the middle, or Reggie Pearson on the outside, or me coming off the edge. It helps when they're on their heels and they're not quite sure where it's coming from.
At the 18-yard line of Kent State, A.J. Taylor motions right, hand off Jonathan Taylor up the middle to the 15, Taylor to the 10, Taylor inside the 5-yard line and moves the stack down to the 4. First down, goal to go, Wisconsin. Badger defense trying to get another quick stop and turn it back to the offense. Crum back to throw under pressure and gets hammered down again. And it's Chris Orr again inside the 25 to the 24-yard line of Kent State. Jake Ferguson, the tight end, motions right, play fake, Cone. Back to throw, looking, fires to the right, caught at the 45 to the 40. Kendrick Pryor inside the 35-yard line. Montrez Knight on the stop at the 34 of Kent State. First and 10, Wisconsin at the Kent State 18-yard line. Cone rolls right, flips it right, Taylor the catch. Jonathan Taylor, 15 to the 10, to the 5, touchdown, Wisconsin. Jonathan Taylor with 4 first half touchdowns, 3 rushing, and now 1 receiving.
Came in feeling good about the preparation, knowing that I worked hard in the offseason, so it was only a matter of time before the opportunity arise for me to execute. And I've had a few times where the opportunity arise and caught some, missed some, but overall I've been presented with a couple of them and got to continue to be as efficient as possible.
He worked so hard in the offseason to focus on his catching and just being in the pass game, so I have full trust in him whenever I pass the ball to him.
Shotgun as Jonathan Taylor to his left on first and 10, and off Taylor again to the 45, Taylor the 40, 35-30, slips through, breaks the tackle, goodbye, 10, 5, touchdown, Jonathan Taylor, 48 yards. Double wide to the right on first and 10. Cone, little roll to the right, a throw to the right. Cephas will catch across the 45, outside the numbers to the 50. Hurdles a man, out of bounds he goes at the 45-yard line of Kent State. John Chanel in at fullback. Frederick Shaw, the tailback. Jack Dunn out wide to the left. Here's John Chanel again. First down to the 10. Chanel to the 5. And John Chanel down to the 3-yard line. Mason Stockey, the fullback on the field now. Bradley Shaw, the tailback, and they're going to run it to the left into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Jack Dunn to the end zone for the score.
He was like, man, I know the jet is open. We said, well, let's go tell him. And he got in there. That's the thing. But, you call for a play like that and you get in there, that's another opportunity to show the coach, hey, he can trust you.
Left side end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. It's popped loose and it's picked off by Wisconsin all alone. Here's Taylor. He's gone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Ferguson catches at the 40, 35-yard line. Makes a man miss. A big, big win for the Wisconsin Badgers.
The Badger Sports Report with Paul Chryst is presented by Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Hy-Vee proudly supports the Wisconsin Badgers. And UW Health Sports Medicine, the healthcare team for the Badgers. Learn more at uwsportsmedicine.org.
Flu season. It'll get here before you know it. Good thing it's never too soon to get your flu shot at Hy-Vee. Save yourself some worry and get your flu shot today. Plus, use your Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Plus Perks card and you can save 20 cents a gallon on gas. There's no appointment necessary, so why wait for the flu to get you? Visit your Hy-Vee pharmacy and get your flu shot plus your 20-cent Hy-Vee Fuel Saver discount today. Some restrictions apply.
Ball in Wisconsin, a time for stopping by. And settling in. For seeing it all and sampling a few. Whether you want to spend fall, inside, outside, or both, there's something for everyone in Wisconsin.
They are the ones who found a way to isolate a single prostate cancer cell hidden amongst a billion healthy blood cells. The ones pioneering advanced genomic testing in order to create personalized treatment protocols. They are the ones you want to talk to when the diagnosis is prostate cancer. They are the physicians and healthcare professionals at UW Health and the Carbone Cancer Center. UW Health. Remarkable.
The Learfield IMG College Directors Cup, the highly recognized mark of distinction in college athletics across all divisions, both men's and women's sports. Follow your favorite team's pursuit for excellence in this prestigious annual award through thedirectorscup.com, USA Today, or L Directors Cup on Twitter. Learfield IMG College Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics since 1993.
Everybody's hungry. Everybody wants a piece. You know, we talk about being a dominant defense, and everybody wants a piece of that. Everybody wants a piece of the quarterback. Everybody wants a piece of a turnover. Everybody wants to make the play. So I think that's the biggest difference. And nobody's going outside of themselves. Nobody's going outside of the scheme to do that.
I think we always try to start out fast and find out what they're really going to do against us, because you can always watch so much stuff on film, and then all of a sudden they play Wisconsin and something might be different than what they played against Auburn or whoever they play. So I think you just find that and you find out how they play, and you kind of go from there. You kind of got to learn on the way. So first drive's always kind of an interesting one, but I think we came out good.
Fun to play in, getting sacks and hits, and a lot of guys contributing, and that's what we need to see.
When we fall down and we have little nicks here and there, JT fixes us, and you're on the ground and you're looking back and he's just juking out like 3 or 4 dudes and just keep gaining 6 yards on a play that should be a loss of 2, and it surprises me every day.
I think he's the best running back in the country, and he plays like it every day, every practice.
We were really good at being thick on blocks, so it's kind of easy. It gave you two-way goes. You can go left, you can go right. Our guys were square, toe-to-toe with guys, and it kind of made it easy.
I think we played really with great technique, and we had a really good game plan. Our coaches do a really good job of setting us up in really good situations. Then we just played ball. I mean, we had a really good, we were really good up front. Some stuff to clean up, but I mean, JT found some really good holes, and we just kept running the ball and pounding them. We just didn't let up a drive, honestly.
All the guys are staying in the moment and just making plays. We played each play, focused on each play as it was, didn't look ahead, didn't look behind.
Guy like Dunn, because he works so hard at practice each and every single day, and he's a really vital part of this team. He does a lot of stuff for us, so to see him get in there on a jet sweep, I mean, it was fun. I don't know if you guys saw the sideline, but we were jumping up and down.
Knowing that I'm someone that the team is going to look to, that this defense is going to look to, it kind of gives me a little extra juice. It makes me study film more during the week, make sure I'm on top of everything so I can be prepared and make plays when they present themselves.
This is where great things happen, where technology and discovery beautifully intertwine with compassion and care, where patients with the most serious of conditions come for the most successful of treatments. This is where you'll find some of the brightest minds in medicine, changing people's lives for the better. This is UW Health. And yes, this is where great things happen. UW Health. Remarkable.
Ball in Wisconsin, a time for stopping by. And settling in. For seeing it all and sampling a few. Whether you want to spend fall inside, outside, or both, there's something for everyone in Wisconsin.
The snap to Barrett. Badgers bringing 4. Barrett to throw under pressure. Flush to his right. Looking, trying to direct traffic. Ball slipped out of his hand. Scooped up by Wisconsin at the 40 to the 45. And Leo Chanel is pulled down near midfield. Oh, you get it clean and you're still running, but he'll take it.
Third shutout of the year for the Badgers, 48-0 on Saturday afternoon, defeating Kent State as once again Wisconsin starts quickly, a touchdown in possession number 1. And Paul, when you have a game like this, where I'm sure the players, people on campus tell them, hey, you're going to win and win big. You guys have had a knack of never giving the other team a chance to really think it can come in and win. To score early, play stout defense. Again, guts of the game pretty clean, would you say, on Saturday?
It was, and I really appreciate what this group did, really Monday through Friday, and then obviously game day. But they had a great approach to the whole week, and it's you can't argue probably what they're hearing, and this is the game should be like, and yet you got to go out and you get to go out and play the game. And I thought I love their approach, like I said, all week, and obviously come out and defensively early, get a good stop, and then offensively take it down and score, and guys, they took care of business, but it doesn't just happen. You know what I mean? And that's what you're appreciative of. And I love the whole approach that they played with, and we always talk to the players afterwards, appreciate what went into getting this win. And I think the same thing can be said for, to have a shutout. Those don't just happen. And there's a lot of guys working to make that happen. And it was a good day all around, because obviously I thought, our starters and our first units did a lot of really good things, and yet it was awesome seeing the number of guys get a chance to play a lot of meaningful reps.
Yeah, I was going to pick up on that, meaningful reps. It's not, eventually it's going to be run the ball, kill the clock, but when a lot of other guys get in there, not just the quarterback, you want to run some stuff, right? You want to get them some repetitions, say, okay, let's see what you can do because eventually as your career progresses, you're in the guts of the game, or who knows when that'll happen. But to be ready to know what you're doing.
That's it. And, whether it's offensively, defensively, special team situation, those reps do matter, and there's experience that's learned from them. You can take kind of alluding to a little bit with, Graham, it's not just a handoff and finish it, and there's people on the other end of it. And, for the young offensive linemen, they're working the runs, they're working the passes. Defensively, you're going to see a lot of different things, and it was really good to get, like I said, not just where you're getting, okay, I got my 5 plays. They got a number of plays that they can learn from them and grow from them, and those are huge.
We were talking about with Mark Tauscher after the game about position groups and the development. I'm kind of jumping around topics here, but obviously running back, they've talked about it here, the offensive line. Outside linebacker is carving a pretty nice niche here for the last many years. Zack Baun, and Noah Burks for that matter, but Zack Baun is becoming at times an unblockable guy out there, as Kent State found out on Saturday.
It has been awesome seeing the progression that Zack has taken, and And I think you're right. You know, it's he is playing at a high level, and it's been fun to, you know, he made a decision. I thought, you know, really when he came back on campus after, you know, the break after the bowl game, you know, and he was all in on this year and how is he going to maximize his senior year, and to see his growth, and I think Bobby April's done a great job in coaching him and helping him, and along with that growth comes confidence, and then, you know, 2 weeks ago he started to see them having to make adjustments, and so he's going to continue to have to face different ways. He's put himself out there to where you better pay attention to him, and now how do you handle that? But it's been awesome seeing him, what he's been doing and how he's been handling it, and certainly a lot of guys have been showing up defensively, and that's part of I think what I've enjoyed about it as much, but, you know, certainly Chryst, Zack Baun, you know, the leadership and the play that we're getting out of them, it's been fun to see.
I've got to think that these players too, and in a variety of position groups, know that if you start or not, if the answer is no, you're still going to play some. I think of the secondary and the mixing and matching. Here's Dante Burton getting a lot of repetitions again. Isaiah Green-May at outside linebacker. It's got to help just keep them. You should always be engaged day in and day out, but I've got to think that makes it easier knowing that, you know, if I do something here, I'm playing on Saturday.
It is, and I think it's a different, you know, playing in games is different than practice, and you have to value practice, and you have to really do things well in practice to earn those rights to play on the field, but it is so different in a game, and to be able to get those reps and then to produce in them, and you're right about, you know, it's fun to see different guys get an opportunity, and then what do you do with that opportunity? I think that's what was probably most rewarding about was, one, you know, the opportunity for the starters to really be sharp, and I thought from the get-go they were on. And, you know, obviously JT had a big game, and defensively, you know, a number of things we're doing. But then what they did earned the right for others to get action, and that makes for a pretty good day.
You mentioned JT, Jonathan Taylor, who's now past Melvin Gordon. He's third on the rushing yardage list at Wisconsin. 5 touchdowns, ho-hum, that's I say in jest. 4 rushing touchdowns, another receiving touchdown. This guy's putting up monster numbers, and again, he played a little more than half the game today. I mean, that's
It is, you know, really, what he's doing is unbelievable, and I can't tell you enough the way that he approaches each day, and how he goes about the work and putting it in, and then, you know, you should never take it for granted, right? Because it's not easy to do what he's doing, and it doesn't matter who that's against. It is impressive, and it's been fun to see. You know, near the end of the game, and he hits the long run, and Chryst, you know, is right by Chryst, and he goes, he's pretty good. And I think, you know what, he is pretty good. But it was, you know, even for guys that are around him every day, and to be able to see what he does, and you do appreciate it. And I think obviously it's what he does, but I think where you get the full appreciation was not just what he's doing, but how he goes about it, and that's what's it's truly fun, and it's special to be around.
Yeah, every day he can make you miss, he can make you hurt, he'll outrun you in a sprint. Other than that, you know, I guess he's so-so, but
he's good.
Amazing play. You're right. Don't take it for granted. It's a treat to watch him day in and day out, or week in and week out. Coach returns in a few minutes with the great question of the week as we continue with the Badger Sports Report.
There is a boy who likes tractors and trains, a boy whose heart was far too strained. He was sick, you see, with a heart that broke. His heart needed fixing, his family needed hope. Enter our doctors with their newfangled tests. Enter our teams whose care is the best. Healthy and happy, the little boy's back, playing with tractors and trains on his track. UW Health and the American Family Children's Hospital. Remarkable.
Flu season. It'll get here before you know it. Good thing it's never too soon to get your flu shot at Hy-Vee. Save yourself some worry and get your flu shot today. Plus, use your Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Plus Perks card and you can save 20 cents a gallon on gas. There's no appointment necessary, so why wait for the flu to get you? Visit your Hy-Vee pharmacy and get your flu shot plus your 20-cent Hy-Vee Fuel Saver discount today. Some restrictions apply.
I wasn't really thinking about playing college football until about my junior year, and then UW started reaching out to me, and I remember my first, they sent me my first like piece of mail, and it had my name on it, and I was so hyped, and I'm pretty sure it was like someone coming out of a tunnel with my last name on their back, and I was just like, holy cow, this could be a reality of mine. My first memory was my mom just always bought a lot of Badger gear. Growing up, we weren't, it's not like we watched Badger football, or it's not like any of my parents went to the UW or anything. It's just like we just had a lot of gear. So wearing that all the time, I had sweatpants, sweatshirt, socks, underwear, no matter what it was, we just had a lot of gear on the house, and that was kind of my first memory. The first time I played on special teams was actually at Lambeau Field. So that was even better, even more of an honor being from Wisconsin. Being surrounded by Packers and the environment. It's just such an honor to when you run out of there, you just really feel the history and the passion the fans have for the game. I think we all know the tradition, and most of us knew each other before we came in, especially the guys in our class. So there's definitely a special bond between the in-state guys, and then we try to connect with other guys as well, and ends up turning out well, and we bring them in like family, and it's just a great connection. It's just crazy. It's to see the support and the fans going crazy when we come out, and all we're doing is running, but it's just such an honor. I remember my first time just being like lost for words.
Ball in Wisconsin, a time for stopping by. And settling in. For seeing it all and sampling a few. Whether you want to spend fall inside, outside, or both, there's something for everyone in Wisconsin.
The Learfield IMG College Directors Cup, the highly recognized mark of distinction in college athletics across all divisions, both men's and women's sports. Follow your favorite team's pursuit for excellence in this prestigious annual award through thedirectorscup.com, USA Today, or L Directors Cup on Twitter. Learfield IMG College Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics since 1993.
The Badger Sports Report with Paul Chryst is presented by UW Health Sports Medicine, the healthcare team for the Badgers. Learn more at uwsportsmedicine.org.
Time for this week's question of the week, and it comes from Jim down in Janesville. Kind of the theme of former Badger players who come back and put a toe in the water, at least, about coaching. Understanding Olive Songapolu is back. Just kind of testing the waters. Is that a fair way to describe it with Olive?
I think it's fair, and yet I think he's probably a little bit more. Like I think there is definitely a passion, and because he had talked about that before, and in coaching, and also I think there's still a desire to see what may come on the playing end of it. And Olive didn't redshirt, and so he had a chance to, come back to school and finish up and getting his degree, and feel fortunate to be able to have him around here and helping coach. And I think it does two things. One, it's great for our current players, and two, I think it's really good for him to get a sense of what does go into coaching. And that's one thing that I think a big part of our job, program-wise, is that, whatever it is, that they're ready and confident for the next chapter in their life. And there's a little window right now where he still wants to play, but that next chapter, whenever he's done playing, could be coaching. If you can get a sense of it and a feel for it, it's been good. So it's been great having him around, and you appreciate that.
Yeah, one of the good guys and a very productive player in his time as a Wisconsin Badger. The fifth and final game of this homestand, if you will, coming up this Saturday as the Badgers now get into Big Ten play, and Big Ten play only the rest of this regular season. Michigan State rolling into Camp Randall, a 2:30 kick here at the stadium on Saturday. We'll talk to you after the game. Thanks for watching.
Flu season. It'll get here before you know it. Good thing it's never too soon to get your flu shot at Hy-Vee. Save yourself some worry and get your flu shot today. Plus, use your Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Plus Perks card and you can save 20 cents a gallon on gas. There's no appointment necessary, so why wait for the flu to get you? Visit your Hy-Vee pharmacy and get your flu shot plus your 20-cent Hy-Vee Fuel Saver discount today. Some restrictions apply.
They are the ones who found a way to isolate a single prostate cancer cell hidden amongst a billion healthy blood cells. The ones pioneering advanced genomic testing in order to create personalized treatment protocols. They are the ones you want to talk to when the diagnosis is prostate cancer. They are the physicians and healthcare professionals at UW Health and the Carbone Cancer Center. UW Health. Remarkable.
Progress is an endless challenge. Here at the University of Wisconsin, we're a community of innovators in constant motion. We think on our feet, connect with each other, and hit our stride, pushing past limits. Progress is an endless challenge, but it is only those up to the challenge who change the game.